الله ربي واحد وأنا بذلك ربي واحد.
A lot of the Muslims think that crying is un-Islamic. On the contrary, crying is sunnah. The Prophet himself cried. Also he cried when his son died, his son Ibrahim. His mother was Maria al-Qibtiyya, the Coptic. And when he died, he raised the child. He smelled the child, he kissed the child. The child was 18 months old. And the Prophet had no male sons. They all died when they were young. So when you are 62 years old and you're about to die, even if the child is a girl or a boy, your heart is broken. So the Prophet, you can imagine what went into his mind, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when this young child of a year and a half all of a sudden dies and you don't have any of your offspring. The Prophet cried and his eyes were filled of tears. So Abdurrahman ibn Auf, being who he was, said, "You do this, alayhi salam? You cry?" We have this concept, we think men don't cry. Well, this has to change. Men do cry. Men cry when such calamities take place, because this is, as the Prophet described it, it's a mercy from Allah. Men cry when they pray to Allah Azza wa Jal. Men cry when they remember Allah on their own and they remember their sins. They feel heartbroken. When we, in public, mashallah, we're righteous and pious. When we are in our rooms, only Allah knows what we do. So we cry when we close the doors and we remember Allah and we remember our sins. Men do cry, and this is a sign of Allah's mercy in their heart. Those who do not cry, they have a problem. Their hearts as hard as stone, and this means that Allah does not have mercy on them. The Prophet, who is the strongest, the closest to Allah Azza wa Jal, and the most fearing, he cried for his son, and he said that the eyes are filled with tears and the heart is broken, and we don't say anything that upsets Allah Azza wa Jal, and by Allah, for departing you, Ibrahim, we are heartbroken and we are sad.
وعين نجمك لا تغيب.